Okay, so I hope you can see me okay. I'm here at the top of Abbotsbury Hill, stunning view looking over Weymouth and the Chesil Beach and Portland and everything. But the reason I've come out in the car is because it's quite chaotic in the house today, and I wanted to just do a quick video about self-education and what it's done for me. For me, I was rubbish at school, didn't like mathematics, didn't like English literature, didn't like religious education, geography, history, all of that sort of stuff didn't interest me at all. Later on in life it did, but while I was at school I was bored to death. But what I did like was art and photography. So I guess I think it's the left side of my brain was more active because I was a creative, or maybe it's the other way around, but my right side, which was the study, regurgitate side of things, I wasn't particularly good at. But later on in life, I managed to merge the two and become pretty good at both of them. But the other part of the brain, which is the subconscious, is the one that kind of says, no, don't do that. It's the fight or flight, the lizard brain. It says, you know, you can't do that. You can't deviate from the track. You can't do that. And that's something I've never listened to. Okay, so I've always taken risks in my life, from skydiving to giving up careers to do something new. I've always had that ability to actually not have that fear in me. And that's one of the biggest problems a lot of people have about perhaps looking at their career, looking at their business and taking a completely different kind of look and different direction, if you like. After 3 years at business college, I knew that business is what I wanted to do, so I went into that. I've had a real estate company in Spain. I've been doing photography for donkey's years and video and aerials and stuff like that. But behind the scenes, what a lot of people don't necessarily know about me is that I'm what's called an internet marketer. I do affiliate marketing. I write my own products and creation, like DVDs, ebooks. I've had a membership site, and I sell other people's products as well. So that's partly to do with what I'm talking about today. But if you go to my YouTube channel, which is YouTube.com/C/Nick Stubbs, you'll see that I've got a lot of integrity. I'm very honest. I only ever promote things that I like or use myself. So I'm going to be talking about something in the next video that kind of goes more towards that. But now I just want to talk about self-education and how it changed my life. So I spent 10 years in London doing finance. I started out in chartered accountancy, started doing certified accounts exams. Just going to do the windows up, getting a bit noisy. Started doing my certified accountancy exams. Very, very boring. I got into collecting historical debt, which was good. Did some really cool stuff with Burger King International, where I incorporated their accounts when they bought Wimpy Table Service. So I've done some pretty cool things in the finance world, but still bored me. I'm a creative and I like teaching people, that kind of thing. So it wasn't until I was in Spain that I discovered real self-education when someone was telling me about a website they were building. And to be honest, when he first started telling me, I was kind of falling asleep. He was telling me about an airport site he was doing and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, yeah, great. But then he said the magic words, and it makes me nearly 10,000 euros a month. So, ka-ching, I sat down with him and I got him to tell me everything he knew, put me in touch with the company that he was working with. And I told him the site I wanted to build and he told me not to. He said, no, it's saturated. There's too many people doing it already. You won't make any money. Didn't listen to a word he said. I knew that if there's a market, if there's a lot of people doing it, there's a market there. So I built the site on photography, and within a year, I was getting around 8,000 visitors a day. I was ranking on #1 for tons of stuff. I was getting found for about 40,000 keywords a month. So I capitalized on that. I wrote my own ebooks, and I was selling other people's products. I became what's called a super affiliate for a company in America, which means I was their highest paid affiliate and I was making them the most money. Through selling software of theirs. So it worked really well, but it wasn't until I got back to England that I wanted to take it to the next level and create my own products. So to do that, I had to take a course and go on self-education. And I found a course called The Next Internet Millionaire. I think it was in 2007 or 2008. And it resonated with me. It was perfect, exactly what I wanted to do. So I ended up doing that course, and I think it cost me $1,000. And it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. So, but within that course, the funny thing was that there was another course which was called the Product Launch Formula. So these two combined, teaching me about internet marketing and how to launch a product, were perfect. So I think overall it cost me $2,000 for the whole lot. And I absorbed myself into it, absolutely loved it. And it resonated so much. I actually told everyone I was going to build a product before I'd even started doing it, but I got some interest, so I knew the market was there, and it was the wedding photography blueprint. And within 6 months I had it done. I had the DVDs ready. I had about 1,000 people looking to buy it, on my list, and I launched it. And within a minute, I sold my first one for, I think it was $300 or $297. I launched it at, with maybe a bit of a discount for the launch. But they sold like crazy, and they made 5 figures in the first week, and went on to do 6 figures. And 12 years later, they're still selling. And I had a brilliant email from someone 3 days ago that took the course and just said it's the best course he's ever had. Now that's brilliant because it's so old, but when I wrote the course, I actually made it evergreen. So when I was writing it, I was thinking, well, how would I feel about this in 10 years time? Would it still be relevant? So I geared everything I was saying on the course to 10 years time, and hopefully it will still be relevant. So it worked. That self-education is still selling now, but I'm doing loads and loads of other courses. So I'm not only teaching courses, because I had a membership site as well. I learned all about how to do that. Self-education, took a course on membership sites, and I built my own membership site, ended up having 900 members. So I was teaching people all over the world about photography and business and things like that. So on the flip side, I'm also paying for courses, so for memberships. So I'm a member of 2 guitar sites, a piano site, and a business site. Now, there's one in particular that I'm going to talk to you about, but I'm going to do that in the next video. But I thought I'd learned a lot over the last 15 years about internet marketing, selling, about business, about product creation, about how you can make money online, about how you can turn your passions into money, into profit, and I'm talking big profit. I thought I knew a lot about that until I did a course last year by people that had made, it was up another level, it was at the top level. I'm not going to go into it now, but I just wanted to explain about how self-education is so important these days. And I think it's going to be the new norm. It's going to move ahead, and so many people are going to see the benefit of it over the next 5-10 years. At the moment, it does about $350 million a day people are spending on self-education. They reckon that in, I think, 5 years, it's going to go up to $1 billion a day. So I want you to look forward to the next video, because I think you're going to like it, and it applies to everyone, whether you're from whatever background, whatever country you live in, whatever your financial status is at the moment, whether you're in a job, whether you're a manager, a middle manager, whether you're a company director or a startup business or a long-term business owner, you're going to absolutely love this. So when you see what it is, when I tell you a bit more about it, I think it'll apply to a lot of people that I know that have got incredible talents, and they're doing well in business, but this will take it to a whole new level. So watch out for my next video, and I'll see you in a bit.